Hi, I am Arm. Today let's see a very special couple. The female protagonist is a supervillain, while the male protagonist is a hero who upholds justice. Only when their respective teams are fighting against each other can they meet and have physical contact. Therefore, whenever the leader of the villains asks where they should launch attacks, the female protagonist will suggest some places suitable for dating, such as the amusement park and the aquarium. However, all of her suggestions are rejected. In order to date, what will the female protagonist do? Let's get it revealed. There is a super team of 5 superheroes in this world, named Gelato 5. Fudo is the red gelato in a red battle suit. Their opponent is a team of supervillains named Secret Society. There are many mutants in the Secret Society as well as several powerful evil princesses. One day, one of the mutants, the Culverin Bear, and one of the evil princesses, Reaper Princess, attack a park. The Gelato 5 quickly arrive at the scene and transform into super soldiers in 5 different colors. They then fight against their enemies fiercely. Other villains are easily defeated by them, but the Culverin Bear and Reaper Princess are very powerful, especially Reaper Princess. Even the red Gelato Fudo, the strongest of the super soldiers, cannot defeat her. But when Fudo fights against Reaper Princess, he doesn't think about how to defeat her, because Fudo is attracted to her sexy body and has fallen in love with her. After the battle, Fudo starts to exercise. The leader of Gelato 5, Professor Big Gelato, cares deeply about Fudo. He thinks Fudo should have something else to do besides exercising and fighting. Fudo tells him that he wants to be in love. Then, Professor Big Gelato is thrilled to have Fudo bravely chase the girl he wants, telling him not to worry about the busy business of Gelato 5. But he doesn't know that the person Fudo falls in love with is a supervillain. Encouraged by Professor Big Gelato, Fudo decides to confess his love that night. Reaper Princess is invited out alone by Fudo, and she thinks that Fudo is going to duel with her. When Fudo confesses his love, she is shocked. People around her are so afraid of her that she thinks she will never have a chance to fall in love. But Fudo follows her social account and knows that she is actually a high school girl named Desumi. Desumi, a very cute girl, is actually not much different from an ordinary female high school student except for her strong fighting power. So Fudo seriously confesses his love to Desumi. Desumi has always longed for a relationship. Now a handsome and strong man confesses to her. She immediately accepts him, even though Fudo is her enemy. But the fact that they are in a relationship must not be exposed to others. Otherwise, it will cause serious consequences. So they always head to places without people during battles just for dates. But when someone finds them, they must fight immediately, pretending to be enemies. A forbidden love affair begins. After that, Fudo and Desumi always make eye contact when fighting. They fight with moves that won't hurt each other, and then find opportunities to go on dates at a place where there is no one. However, they are always interrupted by other people when dating, which makes Desumi feel sad. To comfort Desumi, Fudo offers to have a more normal date with her. But the problem is that Fudo has absolutely no idea what a normal date looks like. At this time, the yellow gelato sees Fudo searching online for how to date. She tells Fudo that there is no standard way of dating, and the key is to make both of the two like. So Fudo comes up with a way to date. He thinks that Desumi, as a supervillain, must like to exercise in her daily life as he does. So he takes Desumi to the gym and they work out together all day. They even eat a protein snack suitable for exercise at dinner. Before Desumi starts eating, she offers to go to the toilet. Fudo thinks the date is perfect, but at this time, the yellow gelato calls Fudo to remind him that although she said that the date will be good as long as both of the two like it yesterday, there are still some basic rules to follow. For example, girls will dress up deliberately before dating, so people can't choose activities that make the other sweat easily. And more importantly, they should choose a decent restaurant. After hearing this, Fudo suddenly feels sad, thinking that he disappointed Desumi because of his stupidity. Fudo walks to the toilet and tries to apologize to Desumi, but Desumi doesn't show up. He thinks Desumi must be angry and left, but soon after, Desumi returns with 2 drinks. It turns out that Desumi just thought that the protein bars need to be consumed with drinks, so she went shopping for drinks. Desumi doesn't care about the form of the date, and she is happy as long as she can go out with Fudo. Fudo is so moved that he can't help but want to kiss Desumi, but the Gelato 5 and the Secret Society separately call them. Fudo and Desumi have to stop dating, but they agree to have more sweet dates in the future. But in the following days, there is no battle between the Gelato 5 and the Secret Society, which makes the two in love feel very lonely. Finally, Fudo can't wait anymore. He directly sneaks into the headquarters of the Secret Society just to see Desumi once. Desumi, worrying that Fudo will be discovered by others, quickly hides him in her dressing room. They play card games together like a normal couple. During the game, soldiers of the Secret Society suddenly report that someone seems to have invaded the headquarters. Desumi instantly sits on Fudo's face to prevent him from being discovered. However, the Culverin bear comes to Desumi's dressing room to check. Desumi has to hide with Fudo in her locker, with their bodies clinging to each other. Fudo accidentally touches Desumi's bra. Out of shyness, Desumi punches Fudo. When Fudo is knocked out of the locker, he coincidentally knocks the Culverin bear unconscious, which makes the rocket launcher equipped by the Culverin bear fire and causes an explosion at the headquarters of the secret society. The members of the Gelato 5 think that Fudo destroyed the base of the secret society alone, admiring him so much. The leader of the secret society, Supreme Leader Bosslar, is so angry that he decides to launch an attack immediately. He asks his subordinates where they should attack next, but no one else responds, except Desumi, who keeps making suggestions, but she only suggests some places like amusement parks and aquariums that are suitable for dating. The members of the secret society can boost their power through the negative emotions of humans, so they believe that Desumi chooses these places to ruin people's happiest moments. They don't know that Desumi's real idea is to date Fudo. When Fudo learns that the secret society will attack an amusement park, he is very excited to wait at the amusement park, and his teammates follow him behind. The Culverin bear believes that it is necessary to retreat quickly and wait for the enemies to leave before attacking. But Desumi rushes out directly. Seeing Desumi, Fudo transforms into the red gelato and fights against her. They first pretend to fight, and then change out of their combat suits at a place of no other people. After that, they have a good day in the amusement park, but the Culverin bear and the soldiers of the secret society are in bad luck. By the end of their date, the Culverin bear's team has been completely defeated. When Desumi does not transform into Reaper Princess, she is just an ordinary high school girl. So for her, being in love is more important than helping the secret society do bad things. One day, when she goes out on the street with her classmates, she happens to meet Fudo drinking coffee with a cute girl, thinking Fudo is cheating on her and running away angrily. But in fact, the girl next to Fudo is the pink gelato, and Fudo is just teaching his teammates how to exercise. In the next battle, Desumi no longer cooperates with Fudo to pretend to fight. She attacks him with all her might, beating Fudo hard, even in a place of no other people. Desumi still doesn't stop attacking him. When Fudo learns the reason why Desumi is angry, he holds her in his arms and promises that he will never change his heart and only love Desumi for the rest of his life. Desumi finally stops being angry when she hears it, and they have a perfect date again. When they finish their date, their relationship is discovered by Pink Gelato. Fudo thinks that he will be despised by everyone, but when he returns to the base of Gelato 5, the others do not behave strangely. It seems the Pink Gelato doesn't tell anyone else about Fudo's romance. A few days later, Fudo tells Desumi about it. Desumi abruptly asks Fudo to buy a drink. After Fudo leaves, the Pink Gelato suddenly appears. She offers to duel Desumi, but is soon defeated by Desumi. After that, the pink gelato tells Desumi the reason she joined the Gelato 5 is that she likes Fudo. The reason why the pink gelato does not reveal Fudo's romance is that Desumi once saved her from a gangster, and she knows that Desumi is actually a kind person. After the pink gelato recognizes Reaper Princess as Desumi, she feels Fudo and Desumi's love is wonderful, so she can't bear to destroy it. The pink gelato duels with Desumi because she wants to know the gap between herself and Desumi. After that, Desumi and Pink Gelato become good friends, and the great crisis of Fudo's romance is resolved. Later, the secret society holds a meeting, at which Supreme Leader Bosslar shows the performance of evil princesses. Since Desumi has frequently taken action in order to date Fudo, she ranks first in the performance. The Beast Princess, who ranks second, is unwilling to accept this because she is a grumpy and competitive person. Another princess, the Steel Princess, is calm and is never bothered about performance, but lately, she has begun to desire love. However, the Beast Princess is not interested in love, but Desumi is. She is very eager to help the Steel Princess. She then begins to train the Steel Princess for her love, and asks the Beast Princess to join the special training. But whether it's aerobics, cooking, or makeup, the Steel Princess can't learn it. She always hides under armor made of steel and feels inferior to her lack of charm. But Desumi does not give up. She keeps accompanying the Steel Princess and persuades her not to give up, saying she will definitely find her own merits. Encouraged by Desumi, she finally takes off her armor. At this time, Desumi discovers that the Steel Princess has a sexy body, and they finally find her merits. After that, the Steel Princess successfully confesses to her favorite man, the Culverin bear, and they finally become lovers. Although Desumi is the Reaper Princess, she is not a bad person. The Beast Princess doesn't know why Desumi became one of the evil princesses. Desumi tells her that she was forced by her parents to participate in the selection of the secret society. Finally, she easily passed the selection because of her strong strength and became one of the evil princesses. However, the evil princess is only the vice captain, and the captain of each team is actually a mutant. Due to Desumi's good performance, Supreme Leader Bosslar wants her to be promoted to a mutant like the Culverin Bear. But mutants are ugly, and Desumi feels very confused. Her father is a soldier of the secret society, and his wish is to train his daughter to become a captain. Both her family and colleagues are looking forward to Desumi becoming a mutant, which makes her feel stressed. Knowing this, Fudo tells Desumi that he will love her no matter how she looks like, but whether or not to become a mutant depends on what she really thinks in her mind. Desumi then reveals her thoughts. In fact, she joined the secret society only because of her family's expectations, but this time she wants to make a choice according to her own ideas. So Desumi refuses to become a mutant. Surprisingly, instead of blaming her, Supreme Leader Bosslar praises her determination to fight to the end with a human body. Next, let's have a look at Green Gelato's story. In addition to Fudo and Pink Gelato, Green Gelato also knows Desumi. Green Gelato and Desumi are from the same place, and it was he who taught Desumi fighting skills. At that time, the Green Gelato was the most powerful student in a karate school. But one day, a little girl came. The little girl claimed that she could destroy anything in an instant, so she wanted to control her power through training. This little girl is Desumi. When the Green Gelato first trained her, he didn't pay much attention. However, Desumi almost knocked the Green Gelato unconscious with one punch. He then held back the pain, not losing his pride. Desumi was very happy that she finally met someone who could not be defeated by her instantly. However, the next day, when the Green Gelato returned to the karate school, other students had been defeated by Desumi, and the founder closed the karate school because of the loss of confidence. Desumi felt so disappointed, and the Green Gelato comforted her, saying that he would continue to train her. Later, the Green Gelato became Desumi's master and was almost killed by Desumi every time he trained her. For the sake of his own dignity, he took the pain and persevered. After the Green Gelato taught all the fighting skills and was defeated by Desumi again, they parted and never met each other. The Green Gelato is very afraid of Desumi, but in order to uphold justice, he intends to persuade Desumi to join the Gelato 5. He does not know that Desumi is actually the Reaper Princess. To prevent Desumi from revealing her identity, Fudo also meets Desumi with the Green Gelato. After listening to the advice of the Green Gelato, Desumi actually yearns for it. If she joins the Gelato 5, she can stay with Fudo every day. But in addition to Fudo, her family and partners in the secret society are also important. So Desumi refuses the Green Gelato's request. In order to get Desumi to join the Gelato 5, the Green Gelato offers to duel Desumi. If Desumi wins, she can choose not to join, but if she loses, she must join the Gelato 5. However, the members of Gelato 5 are not allowed to fall in love with each other, so she can't continue to be in love with Fudo if she joins. In this battle, they both use their full strength, and the Green Gelato is still defeated. Now Desumi doesn't need to join the Gelato 5 anymore, and she can keep her relationship with Fudo. But at this moment, a mysterious woman sets her eyes on them. The mysterious woman sends Fudo a threatening letter, asking him to come to the park alone at night. Actually, the mysterious woman is a beautiful girl who threatens that Fudo must break up with Desumi if he does not want the relationship to be exposed. But Fudo refuses. She then offers Fudo to confess to her or kiss her, while she is ready to take pictures as evidence. But Fudo again rejects her, so she decides to think about the conditions again, intending to let Fudo do something else next time. After Fudo tells Desumi about this, Desumi guesses that the mysterious woman may like Fudo. So when the mysterious woman asks Fudo out again, Fudo tells her that he loves Desumi and that it is absolutely impossible to fall in love with her. However, the mysterious woman beats Fudo and shyly tells the truth that she likes Desumi. It turns out that she is Desumi's classmate, who is very unpopular in school because of her eccentric personality, and only Desumi is willing to approach her, so she falls in love with Desumi. After the misunderstanding is cleared up, the mysterious woman also gives up on ruining Fudo and Desumi's romance. Thus the problem is also resolved. In fact, this mysterious woman is the Heat Princess, one of the evil princesses. Later, a campus celebration will be held in Desumi's high school. In the celebration, there is a moon sculpture. It is said that couples who sit together on the sculpture will love each other forever. Desumi and Fudo decide to sit on it together no matter what. However, on the day of the celebration, the Blue Gelato follows Fudo to the school. The Blue Gelato is a very popular handsome guy. Because of him, everyone notices that superheroes have come to the celebration. Fudo can only try his best to avoid his fans. Heading towards Desumi's class, during the celebration, each class will set up the classroom in a scene with a certain theme. Desumi's class chooses a maid coffee shop, so Desumi puts on a maid outfit. Fudo is so excited after he sees Desumi in a maid outfit, and they have a short happy time. But other other princesses are also in this school. For example, the Beast Princess is a member of the student council who specializes in stopping students from falling in love, so Fudo and Desumi need to avoid her. In addition to the Beast Princess, the Heat Princess is also big trouble. She constantly chases Desumi and prevents Desumi from dating Fudo. They then have a fierce fight at the school. To get rid of the Heat Princess, Desumi has to turn to the school doctor in the infirmary, who is exactly the Blood Princess, one of the evil princesses, and has enough strength to stop the Heat Princess. With the help of the Blood Princess, Desumi finally escapes. However, since Fudo's identity is exposed, they will definitely be recognized if they sit directly on the moon sculpture. But there is only a little time left before the celebration ends. At this time, they think of a good idea. Since many people at the scene are cosplaying, they directly transform into the Red Gelato and the Reaper Princess, pretending to be cosplayers, and then sit on the moon sculpture in front of everyone. The people around them only feel that it is novel and no one discovers their identity. So far, 5 of the 6 evil princesses have appeared. Now the last princess, the Judgment Princess, also shows up. She is a very special girl. Since she has always worked as a spy, she is withdrawn in her daily life. In order to make friends with her, Desumi invites the Judgment Princess to her house for a party. Unexpectedly, Fudo suddenly appears in the form of the Red Gelato, shocking all the princesses. Only Desumi, who is familiar with Fudo, can tell that this Fudo is fake. It turns out that the Judgment Princess has the skill to take on others' forms. At the party, the withdrawn girl, the Judgment Princess eats food with the other princesses and they chat until late at night, playing the game console together. Desumi also prepares a gift for the Judgment Princess, a scarf. At night, several princesses sleep at Desumi's house, except for the Judgment Princess. She still leaves late at night since she is used to living alone, but she has a very good time at today's party, and it is her first time feeling the joy of friendship. It is not difficult to see that in fact, the princesses are not really bad people. Right now, the worst man of the secret society, Supreme Leader Bosslar, has created the strongest mutant, ready to give a fatal blow to the Gelato 5. The Gelato 5 doesn't know about it and arranges for Fudo to advertise a wedding company. Fudo needs to shoot a wedding commercial with a popular female celebrity, which includes a cake cutting scene. Desumi is jealous of Fudo cutting cakes with other girls, so she sadly runs away. When the pink Gelato hears about this, she asks Fudo to imagine Desumi cutting cakes with another man. Fudo instantly feels Desumi's sadness. Back at the base, Fudo wants to reject the job, but Professor Big Gelato tells him that the wedding company is an important partner and that Fudo should accept the job for peace. Realizing that he can't refuse, Fudo thinks of another plan, intending to make a cake himself and first cut the cake with Desumi. With his efforts, he finally makes a good cake. At this time, the strongest mutant of the secret society, the Phantom, shows up, but the Phantom looks like a baby and seems not to understand any commands. As soon as he appears, he first slaps Supreme Leader Bosslar away and then destroys the base. The princesses immediately attack him, only causing no harm to him. Subsequently, many mutants also attack the Phantom, but the Phantom still doesn't get any hurt. What's even more terrifying is that the Phantom swallows the bear monster directly, and then obtains the bear monster's ability, with which he defeats the others. After that, he leaves the base. At this time, Fudo is at the shooting scene, and he calls Desumi but gets no response, causing him to be anxious. When it is time for the commercial, Fudo eventually refuses to shoot since he can't bear to cut the wedding cake with the other girl before Desumi. Just then, the Phantom suddenly breaks into the shooting scene, and the news reports on the Phantom's attack. The distressed girl Desumi discovers that Fudo is attacked by the Phantom and instantly lifts her spirits. Fudo's teammates also arrive at the scene as quickly as they can, transforming into warriors of different colors to attack the Phantom together. But Phantom is so powerful that they still can't cause damage to Phantom even with all their efforts. Immediately afterwards, the Secret Society also arrive, and they attack the Phantom together with the Gelato 5. The Phantom easily takes all the attacks and eats the Steel Princess. He then discovers the cake used for the commercial and happily eats it, only to take on the form of the cake. At this time, Desumi shows up, and she finds the cake made by Fudo. Although the cake is destroyed, she is still very moved. Now the Gelato 5 still has a fatal blow that has not been used, which is to combine all the weapons of the Gelato 5 into one sword, named the Gelato Claymore. After the sword is created, all the other warriors except Fudo are bound by the Phantom. But Fudo can't use the sword alone, so Desumi comes to help. Together, they pick up the sword and slash at the Phantom, defeating the cake-looking Phantom, which can be considered as a special way for them to fulfill their wish to cut the cake together. As the Phantom is defeated, both the Bear Monster and the Steel Princess are spit out. The Phantom then turns into a little baby, treating Fudo and Desumi as mom and dad. However, when the TV station interviews them, they still have to pretend to be enemies. This sweet forbidden love will continue secretly. That brings the end of love after world domination. Until the end, Fudo and Izumi still don't bring their relationship into the open. It's hard to imagine how people will react when they know the strongest Gelato and the strongest evil princess are actually a couple. In reality, we also like or hate a celebrity very much. If your favorite celebrity is in a relationship with your most hated celebrity, what will you think? Comment below to tell me your answers. In the end, thanks for your watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I will recap more excellent anime afterward. See you in my next video. Bye!